What's going on, guys? In this video, I want to show you guys how some of you guys out there who are trading futures are still not really coming in with a plan. You guys are getting too emotional and too anxious, maybe, or maybe you're a little bit hesitant in taking trades because of prior losses, or maybe you had a big loss this week. But again, there wasn't too many setups today on the NQ. Essentially, we had a couple of setups within the first couple of hours, and then we got some continuations. But I want to show you something here, how your charts should have been set up to kind of start the day, right? So if we look here at the first opening hour candle, this 6 a.m. candle, we put in this high. So I marked out the highs, 15,366 to the high side. Now, if the market was going to continue to push up, easy long position, we just get long over 366. Done deal. What I'm also looking at here is the opening first hour candle lows at 300. And then I'm also looking at the overnight session lows down here at 217, 215. Now, let's go to the 5-minute time frame. Those of you guys who have been following this channel, you guys already know and understand the play over under the 20 SMA. I just call them 20 plays. And again, I want to show you guys something here. We did have a setup in the pre-market. Again, I know not a lot of you guys do trade the pre-market, but you had a setup at 520 that essentially ran, from a price of 272 all the way up to 366, almost 80 to 90 points. Again, it's a little bit of an irrelevant trade just due to the fact that I know most of you guys do not trade the pre-market. But I like to cover it as well. So let's look at when the market opens here. We put in this high, that 15,366. This was obviously our long position, so that we should have never been thinking long off the bell. We would have had to take out that level. That's the opening 5-minute candle. Now look at our rising 20 SMA here, starting to get flat. We have a flat 200. I love to see the flat 200s. Here was our first short setup, guys. Our first short setup came off the open, off the first hour candle. As soon as the 30 minutes closed, we had the opening candle off the first hour candle confirmed the lows of the first hour, and then we also had a loss on the 5-minute time frame of the 20 SMA. So the 20 SMA here at 7 a.m. closes below the 20 SMA. It puts in a new low pivot down here at around 15,294. This was your entry, guys. 7:05 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is your stop. Let me draw the stop loss. This is your stop. If you want to tighten down your risk, this is your stop. Guys, this is your pivot. This is your entry. Why did we not catch this short? This is your profit taking zone because this is the overnight session lows down here at 15,217. Now, myself and a couple of the guys traded this short off the open in the live stream. If you guys want to go watch the live stream, it's on my YouTube channel. If you guys would like to be involved in the chat so you can communicate with me over a headset or phone or whatever while we're trading, come live with the boys. We got about 10, 15, 20 guys trading with us each and every single morning. It's a great time. Sometimes we're shooting the shit. Sometimes we're upset. Sometimes we're just doing absolutely nothing. And other times, most of the time, we're all making some money. So with that being said, this is your first profit taking zone here at 15,217. Why? It's because it's the overnight session low. So we have to respect that level. Now we did break that level and we put in a new low here. This would become your new low of day pivot. So if I was just drag this line across, this would be your entry here. Again, if we do close back over this area, that's your stop loss. Here's trade number 2, right? Trade number 2. And here's your little bit of a short position for a scalp, a little bit of a dead cat, stays below that entry. And then here's your continuation flush. This would have been your hard exit once we got back over the 20. And even if you did that and took no profits on the way, you would have still made some money on that. You did have a little bit of a 20 SMA play long here, again, treated as a scalp because the day is going short. And then we had another one trade here. So look at the highs. Here's your pivot. Here's your entry. Any close over the 20 SMA is a soft stop. Any close over your 1 bar stop is a hard stop. And look at the flush again. So we had essentially one short off the first opening hour candle. We had a second short below those overnight session lows and the confirmation. And we had a little bit of a scalp here, right? A little bit of a scalp here. That's trade 3. And then this is trade 4, right? So if you really took more than, I would say, 4 to 6 trades, 4 to 7 trades on the market today, you're doing too much. If you took 4, 5, 6, 7 trades and you didn't make any money, the question being is why? I can almost guarantee you. I know the reason why. It's emotions. You're stopping out on the bounces. So let's say, for example, you get short, it starts to bounce against you, you stop out, and then you look back and it's still going in your favor. Why are you doing that? Because you can't handle the emotions. Why can't you handle the emotions? Because you're sized too heavily. And if you're not sized too heavily, meaning you have been working on that position sizing to be able to be in these moves longer, the next thing is just looking at your P&L go green, and then let's say you go green $50 or $60, $70 playing small size, and then it goes from being up 60 to now it's break even, or you've given it all back, or now you're down 20. You sell because you don't want to affect your trailing drawdown, or you don't want to give back the profits, and then it goes in your favor. So again, that's something that you have to work on. I can sit here and I can keep on trying to hammer it in your heads, but guys, let go, okay? Right now, take a deep breath, start to let go of those emotions. Start to understand you're going to be in trades, you're going to be in drawdown. You're going to take trades, you're going to be profitable, and then you will give profits back, and sometimes you will have to stop out. Guys, that's just the game. The whole idea of this game is to stay in business. The whole idea is to manage your mindset, manage your emotions, and be able to control it. Now, one thing that is helping a lot of guys that I'm getting feedback on is being able to talk to me and talk to the other traders and evolution traders live, right? That really helps, because let's say, for example, you get into a trade and let's say it is kind of going against you. It does help having other people look at the chart and being able to tell you, hey, you know what? You're still good. I understand that you're in drawdown, but you're still under this supply zone. Just hold it a little bit longer until XYZ happens, and then you would have to stop out. That also helps. Also, having different areas of entry. For example, maybe someone didn't know that this was the overnight session lows here. Maybe they didn't know that here's a new entry pivot here for a short position on this candlestick. Maybe they didn't know that, but actually seeing it play out live, talking to me as well as the rest of the traders in the room. We've got some really good traders, guys. Everyone's at different stages of the game. You don't have to feel like an expert. You don't have to try to do anything that, you don't have to try to shoot for, $5,000 a day. I don't care if you guys are making $20 a day, $100 a day. Let's continue to do that over and over and over and over and over. And we, over time, will build on that. I know that it's frustrating when you see yourself only making a little bit of money. I get it. I know it's frustrating when you feel you've been trying to learn and you've been trying to take advantage of the knowledge that you've learned, and you still feel like you're not getting it. I get it. But here's the thing, guys. That's the game. We're traders, okay? This is not for the weak-skinned. This is not for the thin-skinned people. What that means is we're going to take our humps. We're going to take our losses. We're going to take our bumps. We're going to take our bruises. Oh, well, we continue to move along. We've got to have a level of mentality as an absolute dog, as an absolute shark. Okay, so we lost. We're into some drawdown. Are you confident in your skill set? I'm 100% confident in my skill set, sometimes overly confident. But what that means is I know that even if I lose, I'm going to make it back. Why? Because my eyes are that good. My confidence is that high. My ability to play my strategy is that high. Now, why is it that high? Because I've been doing it for years. It's been 6 to 7 years that I've been working this particular strategy, along with my big chart that you guys have seen. I've been trading for around 8 years, 8.5. I've been really working these strategies for the better half of 6 years, okay? The better half of 6 years. So I'm completely confident in my abilities to identify new entries and to identify new setups. What that means is if I go in through a little bit of period where I'm losing or take some hits, it doesn't really faze me, because I know that I'm going to identify the next one and I'm going to just get it back. Again, as long as your position sizing is okay, you're going to be fine. As long as you have capital to trade, you're going to be fine. Now, again, if you got $1,000 in your account and you're trying to flip it, it's going to be a lot tougher. Okay. It's going to be a lot tougher. What I would seriously recommend is if you have $1,000 in your account and you're trying to trade futures, I would take 500 of that and go get 10 prop firm accounts. I don't care what company you take, the company of your choice, but go get 10 of them, spread out your risk, learn how to trade, get some of those funded, get a payout of $1,000. You get your $500 investment back. Even if you blow a couple of accounts along the way, that's okay. You get $500 back for your initial investment. You get $500 profit, and then you continue to build from there. Because it's very, very tough to trade a small account. If you're on the option side of things, because we trade options in the room, it's very, very tough to grow a $2,000 account. You need to get on it on a winning streak very, very quickly. You need to do whatever you need to do to A, keep adding more money into that account, or B, get in a room or get with a mentor who can actually walk you through some of these trades one by one with very, very small size so you can get the hang of it. The idea is to stay in business and to keep taking the trades so you can get so comfortable to where it becomes second nature. And the only way that it becomes second nature is taking trade after trade after trade after trade after trade after trade and just fine tuning along the way. Don't get upset. Don't get frustrated. When you lose a trade, there's nothing to get frustrated about. That kind of shit is going to happen, guys. Like you're not just going to win all the time. You're not just going to always never lose another trade again. And if you notice, guys, I think 12 trades today, and like 5 of them were losers because I was trying to take more continuation breaks. But you get the money back, right? Like you get the money back. Like you just keep taking the setups and you just keep trusting in your technical analysis, and the money comes back, guys. It's not like it doesn't come back. So, it's really not that big of a deal. It's like I have a problem with people who took me, 10 plus trades today and you were negative or you didn't make any money. Like if you're taking more trades, it's because you're seeing these setups and you're finding new opportunities to get in and take a little scrape and piece of that pie. So, if you're taking one setup and you lost, and that's okay, that's fine. As long as it wasn't a devastating loss, you're completely fine. But again, guys, if you really want to get serious, I'm willing to work with you guys. I love doing this shit. Like, to be honest, like I love teaching. I love working with people. I love the community aspect of it. And I also fucking love making money. So if you want to do it and you want to get involved, the link's down in the description box below. I'll see all of you guys on the inside.